Today, we're going to discuss the top Dallas Cowboys wide receivers of all time. Greetings, Cowboy fans. Gino from Cowboys Coffee Talk. Today, we're going to discuss the top 5 greatest Dallas Cowboy wide receivers of all time. This is one of a series of videos I'm doing, ranking the all-time greatest Cowboys position by position, culminating in ranking the top 10 Dallas Cowboys of all time. Before I jump into this list, I just briefly want to announce the winner of the Carhartt and 47 brand Dallas Cowboys cap, and that's John Garton from Leamington, Ontario. Congrats, John, and thanks for watching. Now, let's dive right in. Currently, the Dallas Cowboys have arguably the best wide receiver trio in the NFL with Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, and Michael Gallup. While none of these three made the list, maybe one day one or more of them will. I do have one honorable mention before I begin the top 5. That's Tony Hill, 3rd all-time in receiving yards, 5th all-time in receiving touchdowns in franchise history. He didn't make the cut. Here's who did. So I've told you who's not on the list. Now let me tell you who is on my list of top 5 Dallas Cowboys wide receivers. Starting with number 5, Bullet Bob Hayes. Now I'm well aware I may be ranking him too low on this list. I'm admittedly biased because I never saw him play. He played in an era where the passing game was far less evolved, and he had such a huge advantage being an Olympic gold medal winning sprinter. However, it is quite remarkable that he held the franchise record for receiving touchdowns for so long, and you wouldn't have to twist my arm very far in order to convince me to rank him a little higher. So coming in at number 4 on my list is more of a controversial choice, and that's T.O. Terrell Owens. Now, he didn't play very long for the Dallas Cowboys, but yet still ranks top 10 in every major receiving category. Reason I rank him on this list, despite his brief tenure with the team, I can't remember a more dominant receiver than T.O. when he played with the Dallas Cowboys. Coming in at number 3 on my list is the original 88, Drew Pearson. Now, Drew Pearson is the most recent Dallas Cowboys Hall of Famer, and he was an icon in the 70s, immortalized with his famed Hail Mary catch against the Vikings in the divisional playoff game, the original Hail Mary catch. But he's also an icon among current fans thanks to his draft day rant in Philadelphia recently. So Drew Pearson does have a strong case for number 2 on this list, but ultimately I went with, let me just do a quick salute, Dez Bryant. That's right. I understand that some of you may think that he shouldn't be ranked ahead of Hall of Famers like Bob Hayes and Drew Pearson, and I understand that, but hear me out. First off, he is the franchise leader in receiving touchdowns. Secondly, there was a 3-year stretch between 2012 and 2014 where Dez was arguably the most dominant wide receiver in the league, not named Calvin Johnson. But lastly, it's the cultural influence. Fans throw up that X to this day, and he'll forever remain in the hearts of many Cowboy fans, including myself. And for that reason, I put him in at number 2. That leads me to the number 1 wide receiver on this list. Most of you have probably already guessed, and I doubt many of you would argue that it's none other than the playmaker himself, Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin was the emotional catalyst for the 90s dynasty Cowboys that won 3 Super Bowls. During his prime, in my opinion, there were 2 wide receivers at the top of the game, and it was 1A, Jerry Rice, and 1B, Michael Irvin. Now, he, in my opinion, ranks among the greatest Dallas Cowboys of all time, but he's definitely the best wide receiver on this list. So that's it for my top 5 Dallas Cowboys wide receivers of all time. I know some of you may have ordered some of them differently or included some others that were not included. If that's the case, please feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. Like the video if you did enjoy it, and please subscribe if you'd like to see more videos or more Dallas Cowboys content. Thanks for watching, and cheers.